Keymer and Pragg just played a game that defies everything we know about high-level endgame theory. How did one of the most stable grandmasters in the world just crumble under the pressure of a calculated pawn promotion sequence? Today, we are breaking down a strategic masterpiece where every single tempo mattered and the evaluation bar swung from a draw to a complete collapse. This is not just a game. It is a lesson in why you never, ever underestimate a minor piece endgame against a world-class talent. Look at the setup from Vincent Keymer here. By playing bishop g3, he is forcing Praggnanandhaa to commit his knight. Praggnanandhaa immediately responds with knight h4, an aggressive post that challenges the structural integrity of White's kingside. It is a bold, uncompromising choice. Keymer responds with knight f3, trying to maintain stability, but look closely. This creates a tension that is going to explode within the next 5 moves. The knight on h4 is annoying. It forces White to consider captures that might ruin his pawn structure, specifically the g3 pawn, which is essential for defensive cover. This is a pivotal moment. Keymer plays g3, committing his pawn structure to stop the annoying infiltration of the knight. But notice the tactical trade-off. He weakens the f3 square and opens up the g-file. Praggnanandhaa sees blood in the water and immediately opts for bishop takes f4. He is willing to trade his strong light-squared bishop to create a long-term structural weakness in White's camp. This is classic high-level chess where you are willing to give up the better piece to force the opponent into an uncomfortable, cramped position. Rook g1 is an aggressive attempt to reclaim control of the file, but it's a double-edged sword. When you play moves like this, you are effectively shouting to your opponent, "I am attacking." But Praggnanandhaa is the master of calm. He simply plays bishop takes f3, exchanging his bishop for the knight. This isn't just a simple trade. It removes the defender of the white squares. By eliminating that knight, Pragg is clearing the path for his pieces to exert pressure on the f-file and the center, forcing Keymer to play reactively rather than proactively. Now the game catches fire. Queen f4 is a centralizing move, looking to anchor the position. But look at where Praggnanandhaa's pieces are hovering. Knight d2 check. This is pure brilliance. It hits the king and forces it to move. Keymer is being pushed around the board. When you see a knight sitting on d2 in the middle of a middle game skirmish like this, you know the opponent has lost the initiative. Praggnanandhaa is dictating the tempo, forcing Keymer to spend his clock time finding only moves just to stay alive. Rook g7 is a desperate probe. Keymer is trying to create some chaos on the 7th rank, hoping for a lapse in concentration from his opponent. But Praggnanandhaa is rock solid. He plays h6, calmly neutralizing the threat. Many players would have panicked and played something reactive, but h6 is the prophylactic move of a champion. It stabilizes the king side and ensures that the rook on g7 has absolutely 0 entry points into the black position. It's a masterclass in defensive coordination. Queen takes e6 signals the transition into the endgame. Trading queens often simplifies a position, but here, it actually locks in a structural advantage for Pragg. By taking the queen, Keymer hopes for a drawish pawn ending, but the minor piece imbalance, rook and knight versus rook and bishop, is vastly in favor of black here. The knight on d6 is a monster piece, controlling key squares and preventing any white infiltration. Praggnanandhaa has masterfully converted his initiative into a winning endgame. The game slows down here, but don't let that fool you. f3 is a critical error in judgment. Keymer tries to fortify the center, but he is actually creating a fixed target for Prag's pawns. Praggnanandhaa immediately responds with c5, attacking the structure. This is the moment where the evaluation shifts definitively to black. By fixing the pawns on the color of his own bishop, Keymer is basically inviting Pragg to blockade everything. Pragg's technique from here on is clinical. He is not giving his opponent a single breath of air. a4 is an attempt by Keymer to create some counterplay on the queen side, but it's way too little and way too late. Praggnanandhaa responds with rook a5, showing exactly how to defend a space advantage. He is not letting the white pawns get rolling. The coordination between his king, his rook, and his knight is perfect. Keymer is now in a zugzwang scenario where any move he makes only weakens his position further. This is the definition of a stranglehold. Rook g1 is essentially an admission of defeat. Keymer is paralyzed. He can't move his king without losing material, and his pawns are under constant threat. Praggnanandhaa plays rook takes b2. The capture is lethal. It's not just about the pawn, it's about the fact that the white king is now completely exposed. Praggnanandhaa knows that in the endgame, the king is an attacking piece, and he is going to utilize his superior activity to force a resignation. Bishop takes d5. The final tactical sequence begins. Keymer is trying to create a passed pawn, but he has completely ignored the speed of the black pawns on the c-file. It is a stunning lapse. Praggnanandhaa simply ignores the threat and pushes c3. The speed of that pawn is terrifying. By the time the bishop takes on d5, the c-pawn is practically screaming for promotion. This is the difference between a good player and an elite master. The ability to calculate deep lines while the opponent is still thinking about their last blunder. Finally, the king takes e4, but it's irrelevant because of c1 equals queen. The pawn promotion is the exclamation mark on a perfect game. Keymer is forced to resign because there is no stopping the avalanche. Praggnanandhaa dismantled him move by move, exploiting every structural weakness and every moment of indecision. This is why we study the endgame, because even the best in the world can be brought to their knees by a perfectly played conversion. Truly a brilliant display from Praggnanandhaa. That was an absolute masterclass in conversion and endgame pressure. If you want to improve your own endgame technique, rewatch this game and pay attention to how the winner controlled the squares and kept the king active until the very end. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Chess 64 Elite Academy right now for more elite chess content.